Hey y'all, Caitlin here from Caitlin Edwards Fitness with your first episode of my Coffee Wine Talks, here with a glass of wine. Alrighty, also today I want to talk to you about something that I've had the pleasure of getting to know better, and that is fascia. So what is fascia? And a lot of people in the kinesiology realm, in the fitness realm, in the medical realm, it's kind of unknown for us. I mean, really what we're taught in college and in our courses is that fascia is a casing for your muscles. And it's like, okay, and that's all they tell you. And then from there, that's it. So recently, within the last 6 months, I've learned a technique called muscular recalibration that I use to help people just restructure their fascia. So those knots that you get in your back, that's kind of your fascia bunching up, and it's got muscle fibers in there and nerves, and that's why it's kind of so painful. But there's a tip that I kind of want to give you today on how you can start on your journey to alleviating chronic pain. And a lot of times the chronic pain is caused by the fascia that gets dense. So in its natural form, fascia is 70% water. It's made up of proteins and water, mainly collagen. So oftentimes you hear people say, drink your water. And it's true. I mean, water is great to help you feel fuller longer. So a lot of times if you feel hungry, you might just be thirsty. It keeps you hydrated, so you're not going to pass out. It keeps your body nice and cool. There's so many things that water does for you, and you should be drinking water, half your body weight in ounces if you work out a little bit more than that. But what water can do is keep your fascia hydrated, which you want, because fascia is nice and fluid. If it gets dehydrated, what happens with your fascia, it gets dense and rigid, and but it starts to go through where it gets tacky and sticky and gel-like, and it's not good. And then from there it gets dense and rigid. And you want to keep it nice and fluid. And fascia is not just something that encases your muscles. It's kind of thread-like, so it entwines into your muscles. It gets down deep in there. It's something that it covers your organs and allows your organs to kind of slip past one another when you change positions. And it also covers your ligaments and your tendons. So it's a huge piece of our body that just really goes underplayed. There's a lot of misnomers out there that you can restructure your fascia with foam rolling, but you know, if fascia was such a superficial structure, which it's not necessarily, then that would make sense. But it goes so deep, like I mentioned earlier. It's kind of thread-like, where it kind of anchors your muscle fibers down into one another, working in conjunction. So the big tip that I have for you is to stay hydrated. A lot of people deal with chronic pain, so keep drinking that water, and that's really going to get you on the road to helping you restructure your fascia in the long run, as well as deep muscular contractions. But I will get into that later. That's a whole nother subject, a whole nother topic, and a whole nother conversation, which I think would last way longer than IGTV 10-minute video would give me. So that's all I want to share with you guys today, is just the kind of structure of fascia, what it's made of, the idea that you should stay hydrated to keep it nice and fluid. Alrighty, y'all. Cheers!